Them. Oh, I scrambled it so good this time. You'll never figure it out. Me. Man, why'd you scramble it so hard? Also me. Solves. Them. Pog face. Me. Wheeze. Hey, what's up, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Robin, and today we're going to be taking a look at r/Thathappened, where nothing ever happens. All right, let's get to it, huh? My Catholic school teacher played Doom Eternal in class to show us hell. What a legend. Right, okay. I mean, I fully believe that nuns would do something like that, but I'm gonna cast doubt here. Saw a kid try multiple times to swipe a magazine like an iPad, and I guess that's what it's like to feel old. Right. Oh my god, these people are insane. There's something about working at a Japanese bakery/tea place that always confuses me/cracks me up every time I think about it, and it's people being very confused about my ethnicity. Example, I explained some of our products to a very sweet old man. After answering his questions and chatting with me for a bit, he says, "You're very knowledgeable. I can tell you're Japanese." To what I answer, "I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not. You must be Korean then," he says. "Still not," I answer. "A Chinese, maybe?" "No, sir. I'm simply French. My dad has almond-shaped eyes, but we haven't figured out where it's from as of yet." LMAO, the poor grandpa just looked at me very confused. Also, let's not forget about that man who asked me, "How long have you been Japanese?" 100% seriously. Though that was at my last job at a ramen shop. I'm still perplexed about what he meant by that question, and I'm still perplexed about this whole fake interaction. I'm in my first year of high school. My 4-year-old sister is in class with me because kindergarten was canceled for the day. Okay. My sister is allowed in class because she's well behaved and quiet. She's also smart and likes reading books. My class is learning about World War II. Teacher, can anyone tell me what caused World War II? One of my classmates puts up her hand. "It's because of the slaves, right?" My little sister lets out a quiet giggle knowing it's wrong. Anyone else? "Wasn't it because of America?" My sister laughs loud enough for the teacher to hear. My name, "Why is your sister laughing?" "It's because they're wrong. World War II started in 1939 because France and Britain wanted to fight with the Germans because they invaded Polish." My sister then goes on to explain the more complex reasons for the war. At the end of her rant, the class is surprised and looks at me. This is a prime example of what you're able to do when you read and have a great grandpa who fought in World War II. Least believable part about this is that somehow you go to school in a place that is a high school and goes all the way down to kindergarten. In 8th grade, I had a crush on a boy in my class. At some point, I found out my family was moving and I was going to switch schools. So I wrote him a very long love letter. The day after I read it to him in front of my class, my parents decided I could keep going to the same school. I don't even know what to say about that one. Come on, man. Guys, this was inside the seam of a blue disposable mask my son was wearing. We can't remember where we picked up the mask from, and that's where we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop it right there. We conveniently can't remember where we bought these masks, but look, there was a bug thing inside of it. Go f*** yourself. What was your most embarrassing moment? Well, easy. In full bus, I was listening to hardcore metal and started singing out loud with growls and screams and everything. I got applause from a bunch of people, though. I was on a Zoom call for class and I thought I had myself muted, so I was shuffle playing Lunchbox Friends out loud, and my teacher mid-sentence stopped talking and said, "See, we all love Melanie Martinez. Can you please turn the volume higher? I'm literally so proud, send help." Funny, I went in with my own pen and tried to vote, and they ripped it out of my hand and tried to give me a Sharpie. So I took it and snapped it in half, got in the dude's face and told him to give me my pen back before he ended up on the ground. I got my pen back. Even if this did happen the way you tell the story, it sounds like a Reddit power trip. I've never been to Reddit, so I wouldn't know. It's not a power trip. I just got tired of taking people's shit all the time, so I started fighting back. That's all. What is this Reddit you speak of? I have never been to this Reddit before. Me, "Don't talk about her that way." Him, "Yeah, I've been cheating on that bitch for months." "You don't deserve her. She deserves a nice guy like me that won't disrespect her at every turn." "What are you gonna do? Be your knight in shining armor?" I knelt down and punched the concrete, blood gushing out of my knuckles. I showed him my hand and said, "This concrete won't break, but your bones will, you piece of shit, Chad." He started crying and ran away. Suffice to say, I got the girl. Every time I see that Chad, I give her a big kiss. He just turns his head away and runs off. We get cheered every time we walk down the hallway now. How big of a trilby are you sporting, my guy? So my dad runs a restaurant, and one day, feeling hungry, Gordon Ramsay walks in. No camera crew, just wanted food and to be a I guess. And my dad told him flat out, "Get the f out, I'm not dealing with you today." I'm calling BS. LOL, same. Yo. I'd call BS because if Gordon Ramsay walked into your restaurant and you told him to get the hell out, the dude is a multi-millionaire. What is wrong with you? He has the power to increase your business 20-fold, you dumbass. Just had an incident yesterday at Sam's Club. The employee checking receipts at the door screamed at me that I should not be in the store without a mask and that I should shop online. Like I'm a second-class citizen because I won't wear a mask. I got the manager, made this woman apologize to me in front of a line. Therefore, I will continue to shop at Sam's, but I was prepared to hand in my card, and anyone who knows me knows I love Sam's. Oh no, a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate owned by Walmart almost lost a customer because they were following the law. It's gonna let people know out there, even if it's a small mom and pop shop, if you use the threat, you just lost a customer, who gives a shit? You don't hold any power as a single consumer. Get over it. And if you refuse to wear masks, I hope a grand piano falls on you from out of nowhere. When I was in high school, I was approached by the teachers board and asked to teach sex ed, because despite being had to run to Walmart today and saw about 8 to 10 people without muzzles. We greeted each other with smiles and a twinkle in our eyes that clearly said, "We're not sheep." Twinkles in your eyes? Did you guys have an orgy afterwards? I got up and said this during sex ed and the teacher was like, "At least someone knows." Yikes. I am the smartest man alive. Oh boy, here we go. So I was at my girlfriend's house and we were eating dinner. Her dad was telling me that I'd better treat her well and he said, "Whatever you do to her, I'll double to you." I look at him silently for a second, then I pulled out my wallet and gave my girlfriend $50. Needless to say, me and her dad are now best friends and I have $100. Wow, the smartest man alive doesn't realize that the dollar sign goes before the numbers. So I had a customer at the bakery today come in and almost had a panic attack. The dude and his brother both bullied me all throughout middle and early high school, and I started to walk away to go find another employee to help him. He stopped me, however, not knowing who I was, and then proceeded to talk about how I looked so much like a guy he bullied in high school, and proceeded to ask if I would mind if he apologized to me on behalf of the kid he bullied. Again, not actually realizing who I was. I told him sure, and then after he apologized, told him I was actually the kid. It was awkward, LOL. Wow. What a fantastic redemption story. It had all the good stuff. Most unbelievable part is that the Paul brothers would apologize for bullying kids. Parents are funny as hell. This couple and their daughter are standing in line at Walmart. It's them, this Karen, and then a guy and me. So this little girl asked her dad something and he was like, "Now why would you ask a question like that? If she asked you why you're fat, then you would be mad. Worry about you, not her." Karen behind them. "You know, you really shouldn't be talking to your child like that. That's child abuse." Me. "Aw, here this mofo go. Who you talking to? You! You shouldn't be calling your child fat. That's child abuse. Don't come at me sideways, ma'am. You don't know me like that. And if you must know, I'm teaching my child not to ask rude and offensive questions. Anytime she asks a rude question, I ask her one about herself. So, like I told her, worry about you, not her." Me and the guy. "Okay, that's mental and emotional abuse. You know what, baby girl? Ask this lady what you asked me. Go ahead, you won't be in trouble this time. Ma'am, why do you stink like that? Do you take showers?" That's not a very nice thing to ask someone. It could really hurt someone's feelings. See, when she asked me this question, she was talking about you. And you want to come talking about abuse, but I was trying to save you from getting your feelings hurt. Now look at you. Sad and stinky. Third mother. "Hey son, I love your shirt. You look really good today." Me, "As opposed to any other day? Thank you. There's a full-length mirror. You should take a picture." No, it's fine. I don't need to take a picture. "You're not leaving this room until you take a picture. You take a picture now for your social things." Okay. I don't like those hashtags though. Oh dear. "I will never shop at Target again after what happened tonight. We, my family and I, tried to enter, and the door worker got 2 centimeters from my son's face and grabbed his neck and screamed at him because he supposedly wasn't wearing a mask. To defend my son, I slightly tapped the door worker's face, and the door worker started to fake cry and scream. It was embarrassing. We quickly left and will never return. Okay, sweetie. I mean, I banged my high school teacher. What's the big deal? But I ain't putting her name out there, though. She loved my muscular body. Gotta love these fresh new young teachers, LOL. Damn, you sound gross. Does it just suck being you? I love Kansas. I was complaining about not being able to breathe in my mask, and the employee said, "Take it off, nobody cares." Then 2 seconds later, another customer came up to me and said, "Thank you for not wearing a mask." What is up with all these stories about masks where people are being thanked for not wearing them? I don't get it. If you want to feel like a hero, you want to feel like a big boy, why is it masks that you chose to fight against? I don't understand. Dude, I was at the skate park and a random kid just yelled at me, "Poser!" But I saw him wearing Thrasher, and he has a Walmart board. And he ain't skating, but he do one trick. But the trick he did is standing. And he's bored and doing Snapchat and crap. And then when he said poser one more time, my friend just throw his board and he snapped the deck. And he called his mom saying, "Mom, can you buy me another board at Walmart?" And he's crying when he's calling his mom for real. And all the skaters, oh my God, I can't. What is this? Dude, learn how to write. For real, can someone call up Mavis Beacon, please? This dude is losing it. You too, Queen. You are a really good band. Queen, thanks, you too. In middle school, my line for 2 girls was, "Hey, you ladies like rock?" And of course, I ended it with, "I like the group U2." So many threesomes! Cracks me up every time. Doctor, is your child immunized? Me, yes. It's not in his records. Why would it be? What do you mean? What do you mean? Who immunized your child? My wife and I. What do you mean? What do you mean? How did you and your wife immunize your child? She birthed him naturally at home and breastfed him for the first year and a half of his life, and we both make sure he eats nutritionally dense organic foods. We also make sure he spends a lot of time in the sun, moving his body daily out in nature connected to the earth, and pretty much only drinks water that comes straight from a natural spring without any fluoride or chlorine in it. But I asked you if your child's been vaccinated and you said yes. No, you asked me if my child has been immunized and I said yes. Vaccinations, immunizations, same thing. You keep using that word, but I don't think you know what it means. What do you mean? What do you mean? Visibly frustrated. Never mind, are you gonna have him vaccinated or not? I never get tired of seeing people think that they are smarter than the doctors that freaking studied this stuff for over a decade. You loser. I know most of this crap is fake stuff they made up for a really, really cringeworthy Facebook post, but nonetheless, they painted themselves as the guy that's so smart that he stumped the doctor. My professor was bitching about diesels and why does anyone need a full-size long bed truck? I stood up and said, because we know what real work is. Do you? I've got a sneaky suspicion you've got one of those bitch-ass $80,000 Ford F-150 Raptors with a bed that's so small you can't fit your average desktop computer in it. So why don't you sit the hell back down? Know what real work is, my ass. And on such a glorious note, we have come to the end of today's video, ladies and gents. Always remember, if you even somewhat enjoyed this video, to drop a like down below, and if you really enjoyed it, well then consider getting yourself subscribed and clicking that bell icon. And until next time, we'll catch you later.